What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. I've already started the rebuild process on my Supra, and this is kind of what this video is about. But I'm not recording everything, as you guys can see here. If you guys want to check out how to take apart all this, you could just check out my other video where I did it to my IS 300. But it's kind of like, I'll be pretty much doing a repeat video if I record everything. But right now, I'm in this stage where that coolant looks terrible. And I'm kind of in the middle of deciding if I should just pull the engine. Reason why is because I really thought that this thing had an oil leak coming from the front. And it's looking pretty clean. It's not too bad. Burning oil problem might not be from the turbo because the turbo seems pretty well. The turbo seems pretty good. There's no oil in there really. And then from the front, I mean, there was oil coming out from the front a little bit, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what was going on in here. And my plan was to just reseal the engine because it does have an oil leak coming from somewhere, which I'm not sure. Might be the oil pan, which I kind of have an idea, but I kind of also thought that it was coming from the front here, which is not. And then I just bought all these new anyway, so I'm just gonna redo everything. But looking into this now, everything looks pretty much clean because this engine was recently rebuilt and it does have a lot of new parts on it. So my problem is now, which I don't know if I should do it or not, is basically pulling the motor and just redoing everything, pistons, rods, redoing everything outside the car and then putting it together outside the car and then dropping it back in. Or just go back with my original plan where I'm sending the turbo out to get inspected and fixed if anything is wrong, and then just do the valve seals and then do all the other seals or, you know, gaskets and stuff like that. I'm in the stage right now where I don't know where I want to go. On another note, I do have brand new valve covers that I want to get powder coated. I'm not sure what color I want to do yet, which I'm going to match with my turbo. I do have a brand new shroud, which is right here, which is a turbo shroud. So it's a little bit shorter, but I'm not sure if I could run that one or not. And then I'm going to change my radiator to a coil rad radiator. This is a Mishimoto. So this one I'll be posting up for sale soon. Now, excuse the mess because I have tools and parts everywhere, literally. But I am going to get a table here soon. I just ordered it so I can get everything organized. I'm going to be moving these tires to storage because I'm not using them and I'm not going to use them anytime soon. S300 original wheels are right here. That's going to storage. I don't know if I want to sell them or if I want to keep them for the future. This is my OEM wheels for the M4. This will probably stay here, and these are just spare tires for the M4. I do have a set of tires that I want to put onto this one, onto these wheels, just because they're wider and it won't look stretched. So I might run those. I have to check if they fit or not. I'm just taking the opportunity now to really get everything in tip-top shape, just so I don't have to do this anytime near the future. Also, guys, another thing I have to replace, I don't know if you guys have seen, but is this nasty, whatever kind of invention this is for a drain, which was hitting my manifold here. So obviously this whole thing didn't work. So my plan is to basically have it drain out through. I'm not sure if I could do it through. Maybe I could. I'm not really sure. It is a hard place to drain, I'm not gonna lie. It was also leaking from there too, so that's another mess. All right, guys, good morning. So last night I was able to get the intake manifold off, and I actually found where I had a huge leak of oil, which is what I thought was the oil pan, and I thought was one of these sensors that were leaking, but it was actually coming from this housing where the oil filter sits. And the housing is right here. Of course, got a little bit of oil leak here, but there's an O-ring that goes here. And that O-ring, as you see pieces right here, there's a piece right there, and a piece right there. That O-ring was completely cooked, and I had to basically break it off of there. Like, it was just so stuck on there and basically so brittle It says like scrape it off and it was just breaking apart. No gasket for this manifold ordered because there's some spots where it was leaking from. See right there and over there, especially that back one. I am finding out that a lot of these bolts weren't even tightened down, so I don't know if it's just because of the vibration of the engine or because of whoever put it together before just didn't really go back and check all the bolts. So I'm happy that it's coming out. The transmission bolts are out. There's just one missing is on the top. Is a 17 on that side. It's basically holding it together right now. Yeah, discovering a lot of new things on this, which is so freaking crazy. I have to fix up this wiring, which is a mess, but that I'll do after. And then the fuel system, the way it's routed, I also have to figure out a new way to route that because that is a mess also. They just kind of routed it all together and then just stuck it to the wall. All right, guys, here's an update. It's been a few days since last time I recorded, but I'm only working on this car when I get out of work, and I only work on it for like 2 hours. So in total, it's been about, I'll say 6 to maybe 7 hours. And this is how it's looking right now. So the block, so the head is off the head. Okay, I can't speak. Head is off the block. The block is the next to come out. There's only 2 bolts in the back, 2 17s back there holding the transmission and the block together, which is right on top. So it's easy to get right there. There's the other one. And the block, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this block and get myself a brand new GTE block or send this out to get refreshed. So I'm really weighing my options here. Honestly, if it's cheaper for me just to get a new block, I'll end up doing that. Even though I think this block is good, I don't see any abnormal things with it. You can see inside the walls, just shitty coolant, I guess, that they used, or maybe the car had water in it before. But yeah, piston 1, you can see is washed up a little bit. So I was getting some oil in there. That's probably where all the smoke was coming from. And I think it's coming from the head because well, here's the head first of all. Hard to see in there, but let me see if I can get, there you go. The valve right here in the front on this side has a lot of oil on it. So he's just dripping down. So it could have been just this, which is just this one right here, which I don't know exactly. I still have to take it apart, but I don't know exactly why it was causing that. Since I took the head off, I noticed that the head gasket had a lot of oil on it also. This thing is cooked. Look at this. It's not good. If I do order a block, I actually just got a price quote from the dealer that I work at. And if I do get a block, it'll be next day. So I'll have it here tomorrow. And that way, well, if I order it today, I'll have it here tomorrow. And then I can actually just take this block apart and transfer over anything that I need and resell this one. Or not sure if I want to send this one out to get refreshed and just keep using this one. Pretty tough decision here. Right now we're at the point where it's just cleaning up. So once the block is out, I'm cleaning up a bunch of parts. This water neck right here I have to clean up because it's all dirty and ugly. Coolant was freaking terrible. It's leaving a mess everywhere. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like rusted coolant or something. I don't know what it is, but it's just like terrible. All right, so just clean this up. I have to clean all this up because it's driving me crazy. But guys, brake cleaner is your best friend when working on this type of stuff because brake cleaner is literally going to clean everything up, leave it nice and not slimy, pretty much like a degreaser, I guess. All right, guys. So here I have a few things that I'm going to go take to my job to clean up, which is the covers, water pump neck, the oil filter housing, and my starter, and a few brackets. I'm just going to take to work to clean them up. And then this is just oil that I'm going to throw out. And yeah, so you guys will see the process on that so you can see the difference. I'll take a before and after video as well, but that's bad. Not bad as in it can't be used. It's good, but it just looks like shit.
Can you remove that?
All right, this block just came in. It's looking clean, brand new. It's crazy, bro. All right, guys, back for another follow-up video. And if you can see, the block is finally out. So the block is out. So this will probably be the last follow-up video I'm gonna do for this video. And then my next video will be building the block. And then the last video will be installing it, starting it, and possibly tuning it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that far. Headlights are off, bumpers off, everything's over there. I'm not sure if I put that in the last video, but the block is out. And I made a shocking discovery. So now this is my block, my old block, completely drained. I mean, this thing's dry, not even leaking anymore. But anyways, this is my old block. And so this was a this is a GS300 block. And it had, actually you guys can see here my shocking discovery, but it had GE non-VVTi pistons and rods. I noticed that this piston, you can see a little bit, it's a bit darker because it's wet with oil compared to my other ones. So I decided to take this one out, and when I took it out, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know this already, but when I took this out, yeah, that rod is bent. And it's crazy how this car was running, because this car was running perfectly fine. I really had no issues with it besides I really can't think. I mean, it turned off a few times, but nothing crazy. I really thought that was just because of the tune, because the idle just dropped too low. I never really did a compression test on it, so I guess I should have done that. But yeah, it's crazy because the car was running fine. I mean, I was beating on this car. This car was running good. I had no issues with it. So for it to run that good with a bent rod is pretty crazy. See on the bottom, it looks like someone shaved these parts off over here, maybe for balancing or something, but I'm not really too sure, because I had a lot of metal shavings in the oil pan. So I guess this was maybe just rubbing against the block on this side. You can see right there where it's burned a little bit compared to the other edges. Yeah, you can see right there also. But yeah, crazy stuff. I decided to buy a new block just because I didn't want to reuse the GS300 block. I don't know why. I just wanted the GTE block because I know that, first of all, for reliability, I know it's going to be more reliable when I'm pushing power. And I don't have to ever look back and say, all right, I need a GTE block for whatever reason. So that is over here. This is my new GTE block, which you guys probably saw in a few clips before of me getting this, or I'll probably put the clips after. But this is my new GTE block, brand new. We actually had one in stock at the dealer I work at. So not in stock, but we had one at our local warehouse. So wrap this puppy up. Actually getting a jack engine stand today. I'm gonna go pick one up at Harbor Freight. getting an engine stand to put this one up because I don't have an engine stand. Block is pretty much stripped down completely. I don't think I need anything else from this block besides maybe this. But yeah, I think this is completely stripped down already. I mean, this thing doesn't look bad at all. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, it's weird. This thing doesn't look bad at all. I mean, maybe right there. I don't know. But nothing you can feel to touch. So anyways, I'm going to get this block checked out, and I'll possibly just put it back together and kind of like refresh it because the block looks pretty clean. It's not that bad. So pretty much all that's left right now is pretty much just to clean all of this in here and kind of just redo my wiring, make sure everything's good. And I'll probably post clips of that here, or I'll actually post clips of that in the next video because there's something else I want to do that lines up with the next video. So that's it for part 1 of this little series I'm doing or trying. And as of right now, I'm just waiting on my engine stand, which I'm gonna go pick one up, put that one up, and then that'll start my next video, basically putting that engine on and then basically building up that engine. So yeah, so if you guys are liking this video or this type of content, please leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing. And if you guys have any questions, I'm pretty much doing a GTE block with a GE VVTi head. So if you guys have any questions about that, I'm still learning a lot, actually. I'm still doing a lot of research, but if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. So you guys could reach out on Instagram at doseof82. I'll put it down here somewhere or whatever. Or if not, it'll be down in the description. Like all tools that I use and things like that. Paint, because I don't know if I put it in the other clips, but I painted all these to make them look really nice and fresh. And I'm still painting parts. I actually have parts at work right now that I'm cleaning up and painting. But I'm using pretty much this. Some of my parts are OEM, so most of the O-rings and everything that I'm using, I'll have down in the description below. But other things, I'll have Amazon links to. They'll be down below. So if you guys are looking for something, just let me know. I'll send you the Amazon link. And the next video will be me building my new GTE block. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to hit the post notification bell. Consider subscribing, leave that thumbs up, and yeah, peace.